13-year-old sister was given to a grown man for marriage?
45. He was
Oh,
45.
wow. Oh, wow.
Wow.
He was 13 and he married. They're married. And my
Oh.
sister, when she's going through stuff, it hurts. It hurts. You know why?
Mm.
She never had a childhood now that I know better.
Mm-hmm.
She don't know what is love. You know what is it for a 30-year-old conceived the very night she got married and have to make that baby? It was tough. It was hard. Who understands that? Somebody like me who went on and learned differently. So, so I am always like crying for her, feels for her because she's 70 something now. But all I'm seeing, it's a child trapped in this grown woman's body.
Oh.
So when others do not understand why she behaves a certain way, I myself gets upset sometimes. But then when I go back into me as a person and how I have learned stuff, I am able to understand and reach out to her and reassure her. But it wasn't easy.
So Jennifer, did your sisters stay married for like a long time?
One stayed, the 15-year-old, she stayed. She got married to Seventh Days Adventist family, and her husband was a king cutter. In those days, when you gonna marry that man, believe you me, you really marry your mother, your auntie, his sister. You gotta be like the caretaker and for them children that the sister make, the mother, you gotta wash, you gotta cook, you gotta press the pans, you gotta darn the pans, you gotta get the starch and starched, you know. So it was an accepted norm in those days.
Mm-hmm.
You
This sounds like The Color Purple. Like
Let's do something color purple.
when Whoopi Goldberg was her character was a little girl and she got sent to, I don't know if you saw the movie, but go ahead, Jen.
I didn't see it.
Okay, all right, well, go ahead.
But for me, I realized that my mother didn't able with the responsibility that came along.
Mm-hmm.
So I have nieces. If you see me and them, you won't believe. I have nephews, you won't believe. Because my mother children, they were making children while my mother still making children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? But in those days, it was accepted. I got my daughter, you have your son, you're my neighbor. I telling me daughter early, I want you go outside and wash because let me tell you, neighbor Darty son go marry you today, tomorrow. He must see get a good wife and neighbor Darty. So when Sunday was the day when once you never even say hi to this boy, once you see this boy and his mother coming into your mother's yard, you know somebody coming to ask, wanna be?
Oh wow.
Really?
And if you were in the bedroom and that mother with her son finishes, never say, Bill, and my son is 15 or 18, and I like your daughter, one named Pauline for him. It wasn't he liking, it's what mother liking.
Mm-hmm.
And he sits there quietly, and then, all right, wait to come in, just like that. Pauline, come. Neighbor says son, neighbor says she like you for your son. You like it, yes or no? Answer me, yes or no? Listen, yes. Let's make arrangement and let her get married. Pauline didn't answer yet. Your mother answers.
Wow.
And before you know it, these two little innocent persons, some survived it for 50 odd years, whatever, and some didn't. In my sister case of the 50-year-old, she stuck out with it. But the others, it didn't last. It didn't last because it's children.
Mm-hmm. So and these were your older sisters?
Those were my older sisters.
Wow.
So you like the youth corps, that was your way out of that.
That was my, you see, you're really probing right.
All right.
Was my means of escaping because I didn't want mommy take me and married me. That was never part of my perception of how I felt and saw myself in this world and in life.
Okay.
So I escaped it there to help them with what was going on. Also, it helped me to like provide for myself so mommy shouldn't see me as a burden. I want to find a man for married me too.
Yeah.
So I got married at 24, and this is an important point.
I'm sorry, can I just ask what year are we talking about?
Just now, 19, wait, let me see, 56. At least for me, 70.
1970?
Just now, 56.
That far out.
Well, what year were you born, Jennifer?
1965,
What year were you born?
1956.
Oh, so it's not even that long ago.
That's not
That's
even
far-
that long ago.
That far out.
Like,
No, it's not long, I'm telling you.
Oh.
It's not long. It's true. That's
I
why.
had a question. Were you was it a lot of females in the youth corps and in the national service?
They had a lot of, no, there were more males everywhere I went. There were more males than females, but my mother taught us. Look, my mother, mommy said, when you turn a young lady, you better don't let by hold your hand, else you're gonna get pregnant. So
boy.
there I was. I visited a sister. That time I didn't go into youth corps yet. She was already on her own making children, whatever. And
holding hands.
and she had some neighbors and she called them. She said, look, this is my small sister, and anyone y'all get yourself stupid, y'all gotta deal with me. Remember, mommy told me don't let buy hold me hand. So I left and she sent me in the shop to buy something. And one of these guys held my hand like this and said, little Monica, come here. And I pull away my hand. And I run home to my sister. I ran. And
because you thought you was pregnant.
to me, sister, what happened to you? My sister Monica, I'm pregnant. Since you telling me I'm pregnant? Yes, I'm pregnant. But it clicked on her.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean you're pregnant? I said, you friend over there, hold my hand. And before I know it, she pulled me upstairs and she told me it raw. And she brought out her daughter and she said, this is what mommy made happen to me. This is what happened to me. Mommy taught me that same thing. If I hold my hand, I'm gonna get pregnant. And this, she said, I don't want that happen to you. And she told me it raw.
Okay.
So I personally, I always share with women that do not allow for me, temporary academic limitation in any environment, despite of the capacity of which you're going to be working. Let's say you even have your first degree and they want you to have a second degree. You don't have to go sleeping around with nobody to get into another position. And I always use myself as that example.
Okay.
Your pride, your dignity, your self-respect, and willing to take baby steps to get where you have to go academically is more important than even the position.
That's good. That's good.
Because I can safely say I'm extremely respected for who I am and how I took care of people's children while I was in the environment of which I worked. And then I became the psychosocial supervisor. Of course, they had the amalgamation of boys' school and girls' school, and I was the first in many things. Sergeant, I came off of my course with best all-around student, 18 years old. That never happened. When I took over the girls' school from the Salvation Army, that's another historical moment. which I don't even think they have registered.